Is it possible? Only 3 years ago? Dear Dad, since you and I are going to be great friends, I will start by telling you about myself. My name is Anne Frank. I am 15 years old. I was born in Germany, the 12th of June, 1929. As my family is Jewish, we can bring to Holland. My father started a business and was like
Something's happened to them. I just know it. Mr. Frank said he'd be here at 7 o'clock. He said
They have 2 miles to walk. You can't.
they've been picked up. That's what happened. They've been taken.
You see,
and my wife Edith, Mr. and Mrs. Walker. There's son Peter, my daughter's my own name.
I'm sorry there's still so much confusion.
Please, don't think. After all, we have plenty of leisure to arrange everything ourselves.
the stores of leadership are here. One here, many here. I'm Professor Mr. Frank Chicago. Members of the other 17 people also ration books.
Ration books? If they see our names on ration books, they'll know I'm here.
Don't worry, there's...
I'll look later.
Thank you, Dee.
It's legal. The ration books. You've never done anything illegal.
We've only been here exactly according to regulations.
This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we like to call the white market, helping all the hundreds and hundreds who are hiding out here in Amsterdam.
It's the best of
I must go. I have to be out here before the workmen get here. Neep or I or both of us will be up each day to bring you food needs and find out what your needs are. Tomorrow I'll get you a better bolt for the door at the bottom of the stairs. You need one that you can really throw yourself at, but only at our signal. You're pulling up the noise?
I'll tell them.
Goodbye for now, then.
Goodbye, Mr. Taylor. How can we thank you?
You know, I never thought I'd live to see a day when a man like Mr. Frank would have to go into hiding. When you think.
What did he mean about the noise?
a cat.
Anne, please.
must not run any wrong. You cannot use the sink. Of course, it could be a dirty seat. Pipes go down to the roof. It would be hard. No trash. No trash. We must burn everything we still love. This facility must be built
Until it is over.
And now you can buy the building that we started in Portland. Mrs. Mondale, you and your husband will be upstairs. I regret the sounds in my voice here, but we'll be upstairs. This is your time. We will need to talk at least a minute or one second.
Where do you and Mrs. Frank sleep?
Just for yourself, darling.
That isn't right. You take upstairs. We'll sleep down here.
I thought this up to you. It's the best of it. Oh my.
Never. Never can we thank you enough. If it wasn't for you, Mr. Frank, I don't know where we would have ended up.
You don't know how your husband helped me when I came to this country. Knowing no one, not able to speak the language, I can never repay you for it. May I help you with your thing? No. Come on.
You're right, Peter. You aren't afraid.
I thought, wasn't that? I know.
Are you sure? I could help Brilliant. Anne hasn't had her milk. Are you sure you're not tired, Anne? Peter, I'm glad you are to be with us. And I'm first for the WC. And dear. And Peter. And dear, I think you shouldn't play like that with Peter. It's not dignified.
Who cares if it's dignified? I don't want to be dignified.
You complain that I don't treat you like a grown-up. When I do, you resent it.
I only want some fun. Something to laugh and clown with. As we sound with it, you gotta have some fun. What's the matter with that?
Margot. Next. Where's Peter? You mean to tell me he isn't out here doing his lessons? His father will kill him if he catches him in there with the cat and the work not done. Anne, will you go get him? You know what your father says. I'm just telling you, that's all. Peter! Now, is that any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Mother, will you please stop saying that?
Look at him blush. Look at him.
Just let me alone, will you?
You act like it's something to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be ashamed of to have a little girlfriend.
You're crazy. She's only 13.
So what? You're 16. That's perfect. Your father's 10 years older than I am. I warn you, Mr. Frank. If this war lasts any longer, you and I will be related. I wonder where Meep is. She's usually so prompt.
All right, Mrs. Clack Clack. That's right. I heard about you. How you talk to her in class. They call you Mrs. Clack Clack. How Mr. Smitter made you write a composition. Clack Clack, said Mrs. Clack Clack.
Go on then. Tell them the rest. How it was so good he read it out loud to his class and all his other classes.
Quack, 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 quack.
You are the most intolerable, insufferable boy I've ever met.
That's right, Annika. Give it to him.
Of all the boys in the world, why I had to get locked up with one like you?
Quack, quack, quack. And from now on, stay out of my room.
Anne, dear, your hair, you're warm. Are you feeling all right?
Please, mother.
You having a fever, have you?
No, no.
Annika, dear, don't do that. You know we can't call a doctor here, ever. There's only one thing to do. Watch carefully. And prevent an illness before it comes. So, come on, open up. Let me see your tongue.
Please, no, this is perfectly absurd.
Anne, dear, don't be such a baby. Let me see your tongue. Otto! Come on, open up. You seem all right. But perhaps an aspirin.
For heaven's sake, don't give that child any pills. I waited
15 minutes this morning for her to come out of the WC. The workmen just left a little while ago. Beans. Poor Pootie. I know. But what can we do? That's all that Meep has brought us. He just went in for a second, putting his coat away. Otherwise, he's been out here, doing his lessons.
Mrs. Bonda, may I try on your coat?
No, Anne. It's okay. I don't mind. But be careful with it. My father gave me it the year before he died. He always bought the best money could buy.
Mrs. Bonda, did you have a lot of boyfriends before you were married?
Anne, dear, that's a personal question. It's not courteous to ask personal questions. No, it's okay. When I was younger, the boys always came swarming around. And when I was 16, we used to have this big house. And shut up. One summer, we had a big house in Hilversum. The boys came buzzing around like bees around a jam pot. And when I was 16, we were wearing our skirts very short those days. And I had good-looking legs. I may not be as pretty as I used to be, but I still have my legs. How about it, Mr. Frank? I wasn't asking you. I was asking Mr. Frank.
Mother, for heaven's sake.
Oh, I embarrass you, do I? Well, I just hope the girl you married has as good. My father used to worry about me with all those boys coming and going. He said, if any of them get fresh with you, you say, remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember, I'm a lady.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember, I'm a lady.
Talking that way in front of her? Don't you know she puts that all down in that diary of hers?
So what if she does? I'm only telling the truth. Peter, would you mind if I moved you over to the couch?
All right. I'm a dunce. I'm a hopeless case. Why do I go on?
You're not hopeless. Don't talk that way. You just haven't anyone to help you like the girls have. Will you help him, Mr. Frank?
No. He won't listen to me. You go ahead. Kiss me down.
You're an angel, Mr. Frank! An angel! I don't know why I didn't meet you before I met the one right there. Come on, let's sit down. Sit down.
It might be better for us to go into Peter's room.
You're right. You go in there. Now, Peter, you listen to Mr. Frank. Mr. Frank is a highly educated man.
Is it bad enough around here to have sprawling all over the place?
Well, if you didn't smoke so much, you wouldn't be so bad-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Don't tell me you used up all those cigarettes.
One package. Me only brought me one package.
It's a filthy habit anyways. It's a good time to break yourself.
Oh, stop it. Please.
You're smoking up all our money. You know that? Don't you?
Will you shut up?
And what are you looking at?
This isn't a quarrel. It's a discussion. And I've never heard children so rude before.
Anne, Will you bring me my knitting? I must remember when meat comes to ask you to bring me some more wool. I've used some library books for Meek when she comes.
No wonder Nick has a life that isn't used for that. Please get me some starch. Take my hair out and have it cut from the later. Did you know she's engaged? His name's Dirk, and looks like the Nazis and ship him off to one of their war camps. That's what they're doing with some of the Dutch movies. They pick him up off the street.
tired of talking? Suppose you keep quiet for 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes.
Anne, come drink your milk. What are you looking for?
My pipe. This is my pipe.
What's good a pipe if you haven't any tobacco?
You tell something that's worth it now.
Anne.
Paris.
Anne! Now look what you've done! You clumsy little fool! My beautiful fur coat my father gave me!
I didn't mean to.
What do you care? It isn't yours, so go on, ruin it more. Do you know how much this coat cost? Do you? Now look at it! Look at it! I could just kill you for this! I could just kill you!
Petronella, wait. Stop her. Stop.
Anne, you mustn't behave in that way. I don't mean that. I mean the talking back. You mustn't talk back. They're our guests. We're all of you under terrible tension. That's why we must control ourselves. You don't hear Margot getting into arguments with them, do you? Watch Margot. She keeps her distance, never familiar, and they respect her for it. Try to be like Margot. I'm not afraid that anyone's going to walk over you, Anne. I'm afraid for them, that you'll walk all over them. You are wild, self-willed. If I've ever talked to my mother as you talk to me, it isn't necessary to fight to do it. Margot doesn't fight, and isn't she?
Margot. That's all I ever hear from anyone. How wonderful Margot is. Why aren't you more like Margot? Everything she does is right, and everything I do is wrong. I'm the goat around here. You're all against me, and you, worst of all.
Let's put the soup on the stove if there's anyone who cares to eat. Margot, can you take the bread out? I don't know how we can go on living this way. I can't say a word to Anne, and she flies at me.
You know it. In half an hour, she'll be out here laughing again.
And I told your father it wouldn't work, but no, he said he owed it to them. He said, well, he knows that I was right. These crows, this bickering. Every time I hear that sound, my heart stops.
It's me. Father?
I can't tell you how unhappy I am about Miss Van Don's coat. Anne should have never touched it.
It's okay.
Is there anything I can do?
She'll be fine.
Mr. Curler! Mr. Curler, hi.
This is a surprise.
When Mr. Curler comes, the sun begins to shine. Luke is coming.
Not tonight.
Would you like a cup of coffee, a better soda, like have supper with us?
No, thanks.
Mr. Curley has something to talk over with us. Something has happened, he says, which demands an immediate decision.
What is it?
Usually, when I come up here, I try to bring you a bit of good news. What's the use in telling you the bad news if there's nothing you can do about it? But tonight something has happened. Dirk, meets Dirk. He came to me just now. He says he has a dentist living here. I'm a Jewish friend. He says he's in trouble. He begged me, is there anything I could do for this man? So I've come to you. I know it's a terrible thing to ask, living how you are now, but could you take him in with you? Of course we would. It'd only be for a night or two until we find some better place. This happened so suddenly we didn't know where to turn.
Where is he?
Downstairs in the office.
Good, bring him up.
His name's Dussel. Jan Dussel.
Dussel. I think I know him.
I'll go get him.
The only thing I feel is there's so little he does is, and to take him another person.
I think it's fine to have him, but Otto, where are we going to put him? Where?
Yeah, fine. You can sleep on the floor. I wouldn't mind.
And Mr. Dussel can have my bed.
No. Margot, come in here with us. It's the only way. Margot, get your things. Help her, Anne.
Why, Margaret? Why can't I come in here?
Because it wouldn't be proper for Margot to sleep with us. Please, Anne, don't argue, please. It's there, but Otto was saving in case of illness. What's happening? What's going on?
Someone's moving in with us.
In here? You're joking.
This is Mr. Frank. Mr. Otto Frank?
Yes, let me take your things. This is my wife Edith, and Mr. Margot and Mrs. Margot. Their son Peter, and my daughters, Margot and Anne.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you all. Mr. Dussel, I leave you in good hands. Dirk's coat? What can I say to thank you?
And Mr. Curley and my side. Welcome, Mr. Myers.
Please, you make us seem very heroic. It isn't that at all. We simply don't like the Nazis. Don't like their methods, don't like anything about them.
I know. Who knows why you tell us Dutchmen what to do with our damn Jews?
Pay no attention, Mr. Frank. I'll be up tomorrow to see that they're treating you well. Don't bother to be on again, and Peter will hold the door behind me, won't you, Peter?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Peter. I'll do it.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, Mr. Curley. See you tomorrow. Please, Mr. Dussel, sit down.
I must be dreaming, I know it. Mr. Otto Frank here. You're not in Switzerland, then? A woman told me, she said she'd gone to your house, the door was open, everything was in disorder. She said she found an address in the wastebasket, an address in Zurich. She said you must have escaped to Zurich.
Father put that there purposefully, just so people would think that very thing.
You've been here all this time?
All this time, ever since July. Pim, it worked. The address is up. Mr. Dussel says people believe we escaped to Switzerland.
I'm glad, Anne. Let's have a drink to welcome Mr. Dussel. Mr. Dussel, welcome. We're very honored to have you with us.
To Mr. Dussel, welcome. That was good.
Did Mr. Curley warn you you won't get much to eat here? You can imagine. 3 ration books among 7 of us, and now you make 8.
Mr. Rondon, you are realizing what's happening outside, that you should warn me of a thing like that. You don't realize what's going on. Right here in Amsterdam, every day, hundreds of Jews disappear. They surround a block and search house by house. Children come back home from school to find their parents gone. Hundreds are being deported. People that you and I know. The Holsteins, the Wessels.
Oh no.
They get their call-up notice. Come to the Jewish theater on such and such a day and hour, and bring only what you can carry in a rucksack. And if you refuse the call-up notice, then they come and drag you from your home and ship you off to Mannhausen, the death camp.
We didn't know that things had gotten so much worse.
Forgive me for speaking so.
Do you know the Vols? Do you know what has become of them? Their daughter Yopi and I were in the same class. Yopi's my best friend.
They're gone.
Gone?
With all the others.
There are some people called the Begners. They live near
I
us.
think we should put this off until later. We all have many questions we want to ask, but I'm sure Mr. Deuce would like to get settled before supper.
Thank you. I brought very little with me.
I'm sorry we can't give you a room alone, but I hope you won't be too uncomfortable. You've had to make strict rules here, schedule of hours. We'll tell you after supper. And would you take Mr. Deuce to his room?
And if you'll come with me, Mr. Dussel.
You know, this has been such a shock for me. I'd always considered myself Dutch. I was born in Holland, my father was born in Holland, and my grandfather. And now, after all these years, if you'll excuse me.
Here we are. Let me help you, Mr. Dussel.
Oh, I'm a man who's always lived alone. I've never had to adjust myself to others. I hope you'll bear with me until I learn.
Have you no family at all?
No one.
You must be terribly lonely.
I'm used to it.
I don't think I could ever get used to it. Have you no family at all? No pet? Or a cat or a dog?
I have an allergy for fur-bearing animals. They give me asthma.
Oh dear. Peter has a cat.
Here, he has it. Here.
Yes, but we hardly ever see it. I'm sure it'll be all right.
Let's hope so.
This is Margot's bed, where you'll be sleeping. I sleep on the sofa here. The best part about this room, you can look down and see a bit of the street on the down. There's a house larger than the Sanders family. And he's Kennedy, and he's just beginning to fall. I like to watch him.
Your father spoke of the schedule?
Yes, it's mostly about the times when we have to be quiet and when we can use the WC. You can use it now if you'd like.
No thank you.
I suppose you think it's awful me talking about anything like this, but you don't know how important it can get to be, especially when you're frightened. About this room, the way Margot mentioned, she had it herself in the afternoons for reading, studying, and lessons, you know, and I had it in the mornings. Would that be all right?
I'm not at my best in the mornings.
You can take it in the morning.
Tell me, when you're here, where am I spending all my time? Out there with all the people?
Yes.
I see.
We have supper at 6:30.
Then, if you don't mind, I like to lie down quietly for 10 minutes before eating. I find it helps with digestion.
Of course, Mr. Dussel. I hope I don't be too much of a problem. I seem to be able to get everyone's back up.
I always get along very well with children. My patients all bring their children to me because they know I get along well with them. So don't you worry about that.
Thank you, Mr. Dussel.
Shush, Anne, shush. For God's sake, shush. Quiet. You want someone to hear?
Please, Mr. Dussault, would you be kind enough to turn on the light?
There.
Something must be done about that child, Mrs. Frank, yelling like that. Who knows with someone on the street? She's endangering our lives.
It's okay, darling.
I don't sleep. I spent half my night shushing her, and now it's nightmares.
Please, Mr. Dussault, go back to bed. Anne will be herself in a minute or two, won't she?
Oh, thank you. But I'm going to the WC, the only place where there's peace.
What is it? What happened?
Oh, a nightmare. She was having a nightmare.
I thought someone was murdering her.
Unfortunately, no.
Thank you, Peter. Go back.
But I'd like to, really.
I'd rather you didn't.
Okay, good night then. Is there anything else you'd like? Of course, Anne, dear. She wants you. I pray to God that at least she'll turn to someone when she needs comfort. Go to her, Otto. Go. She pulled away when I leaned down to kiss her.
It's the thing. You hurt father. This feels so true. We first had our father's episode. They give all their love to their father.
You weren't like this. You didn't shut me out.
She'll get over it.
Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, that thou hast sanctified us with thy commandments and bidden us kindle the Hanukkah lights. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has wrought wondrous deliverances for our fathers in days of old. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, that thou hast given us life and sustenance and brought us to this happy season. O my. We kindle this Hanukkah light to celebrate the great and wonderful deeds wrought through the zeal with which God filled the hearts of the heroic Maccabees 2,000 years ago. They fought against indifference, against tyranny and oppression, and they restored our temple to us. May these lights remind us that we should ever look to God, whence cometh our help. O mine.
Oh my.
I lifted mine eyes into the mountains, from whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He shall keep thee from all evil. He shall keep thy soul. The Lord is thy keeper. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall guide thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. O my.
O mine.
That was very moving.
Oh, it's not over yet.
Sit down. Sit down.
There's lots more songs and presents.
Presents?
Not this year, unfortunately. But every year on Hanukkah, everybody gives something to everyone. Everyone.
Just like our St. Nicholas Day.
No, not like St. Nicholas. What kind of Jew are you that you don't know Hanukkah?
I remember specifically the candles. First one as we had tonight, and the second night we light 2, and the third night 3, and so on. So there are 8 candles burning. When there are 8 candles burning, it is truly beautiful.
And the potato pancakes. Don't bring them up.
I make the best latkes you've ever tasted.
Invite us all next year in your own home.
God willing.
God willing.
What I remember best is the presents we used to get when we were little. 8 days of presents, and each day they got better and better.
We're all here alive. That is surprising enough.
No, it isn't. I've got something.
What is it?
Presents!
Presents!
L'chaim!
Look.
What's she got on her head?
Is that a lampshade?
Oh dear, they're every which way. This is pretty hard. Go on, figure it out.
You have never lost your temper, you never will, I fear. You are so good, but if you should, put all your crosswords here. A new crossword puzzle book! Where did you ever get it?
Oh, it's not new. It's one you've done. But I rubbed it all up, and if you forget, you can do it all over again.
It's wonderful, Anne. Thank you.
Here, Mrs. Von Dorn.
This is awful. I haven't anything for anyone. I never thought.
This is all Anne's idea.
What is it? It's hair shampoo. I took all the odds and ends of soap and mixed it with the last of my toilet water.
Oh, Annika.
I wanted to make a poem for all of them, but I didn't have time. Yours, Mr. Von Dorn, is something you want more than anything. 2 cigarettes!
Cigarettes.
I found some old pipe tobacco in the pocket lining of Pim's coat, and we made them. Or rather, Pim did.
Let me see. Well,
It's real tobacco, really it is. There's a little fluff in it, but not much.
well, look at that. Light it, Petite. Light it. I think I'll save it for later. Thank you, Anne. Thank you.
For Mother, had a good reading. Here's an IOU that I promised to pay 10 hours of doing whatever you say, Saturday and Frank.
10 hours of doing what you're told, whatever you're told.
That's right.
You wouldn't want to sell that, Mrs. Frank.
Never. This is the most precious gift I've ever had. For Pim,
Annika, I wasn't supposed to have a present.
it's a muffler, like an ascot, to put around your neck. I made it myself out of odds and ends. I knitted it in the dark each night after I got into bed. I'm afraid it looks better in the dark.
It's fine. It fits me perfectly. Thank you, Annika.
For Mushi.
On behalf of Mushi, I thank you.
And this is yours. For Mrs. Quack Quack. Well, go on. Open it.
I'm scared to. I know something's going to jump out and hit me.
It's nothing like that, really.
Go on, Peter. Show it.
It's a safety razor.
A what?
A razor.
You didn't make that from odds and ends.
It's not new. It's secondhand. Meep got it from me. But he really does need a razor now.
For what?
Look, on his upper lip. You can see the beginning of a mustache.
Oh, he wants to get rid of that. Put a little milk on it and let the cat lick it off.
Think you're funny, don't you?
Look, he can't wait. He's going to go try it.
I'm going to give Lucy his present.
And last, but never least, my roommate, Mr. Dussel.
Me? You have something for me? Capsules. 2 capsules.
They're earplugs.
Earplugs?
To put in your ears so you won't hear me when I thrash around at night. They're not real ones. I saw them advertised on Amazon. I made them myself out of cotton and candle wax. Go on, put them in, see if you can hear me talk.
Wait now until I get them in. So?
Are you ready?
Huh?
Are you ready?
Good God, they've gone inside! Thank you, Anne, thank you.
Real Hanukkah. I don't think she did it. Oh, Father, can we have the song? Oh, Mr. Dussel, have you heard the Hanukkah song? It's the whole thing. Oh, Hanukkah,
Anne,
Hanukkah.
we shouldn't sing that song tonight. It's a song of jubilation, of rejoicing. One is apt to become too enthusiastic.
Please, I promise not to shout.
Very well, but quietly now. I'll keep an eye on you, and
You! How many times have I told you? Out!
Get that cat out of here. You heard me. Get that cat out of here.
But I have no.
Oh, it doesn't need to be his cat. His clothes are enough. When he comes out of that room,
You don't have to worry about it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
at last you listen to me.
I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it because I'm sick of seeing that cat dog food.
But that's not even true. I leave them books, scraps even.
Don't tell me this damn cat was better than any of us. Out he goes tonight.
No.
Mr. Biden, you can't do that. That's Peter's cat. Peter loves that cat.
He goes, then I'm going too.
Go! You're not going, and the cat's not going.
Now, for goodness sakes, this is Hanukkah. This is the time to celebrate. What's the matter with all of you? Come on, Anne. Let's have the song. Oh, Hanukkah.
I think we're just fun. Then we'll have something for fun.
But Father, you're supposed to let them themselves out.
It's the Green Police! They found us! If they had, they wouldn't have left. They'd be up here by now.
I just know it's the Green Police. They've gone to get some help. They'll be back. Or maybe in the Gestapo, looking for papers.
Or a thief looking for money.
We've got to do something quick! Before they come back! There isn't anything to do. Just wait.
Get some water. Please, get some water.
No. No one's going to run any water.
If they found us, they found us. Get the water. I'm going down.
No, Father, no. There may be someone down there waiting. It may be a trap.
This is Saturday. There's no way for us to know what has happened until Meep or Mr. Crayler come on Monday morning. We cannot live with this uncertainty.
Please, Father.
Hush, darling, hush. Margot, stay close.
Shh.
Pretty, where's our money? Go upstairs and get our money. I heard we could pay the green police off as much as I had. Go upstairs and get our money.
Keep still.
Do you want to be dragged off to a concentration camp? Are you just going to stand here and wait for them to come upstairs and grab you? Do something! I beg you! Will you keep still? Someone go after Father. Make Father come back.
I'll go.
Haven't you done enough? Mr. Fondon, please go get Father. Quiet. Quiet.
I lift up mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be. He will keep thee from evil. He will keep thy soul. The Lord is thy keeper.
It was a thief. The noise must have scared him away.
Thank God.
He took the cash box and the radios. He ran away in such a hurry he didn't stop to shut the street door, swinging wide open. I think it'd be good to have some light.
Are you sure it's all right?
The danger has passed. Don't be so terrified, Anne. We're safe.
Who says the danger's past? Don't you realize we're in greater danger than ever?
Mr. Deuce, will you be still?
These clumsy fools. Someone knows you're up here, hiding.
Someone knows we're here, yes. But who is that someone? A thief? A thief. Do you think a thief is going to go to the green police and say, oh, you know, I was robbed in this place the other night, and I heard a noise above my head. Do you think a thief is going to say that?
Yes, I think he will.
You're crazy!
I think one day he'll get caught, and he'll make a bargain with them. They'll let him go if he tells them where some Jews are hiding.
He's right. Father, we can't stay here anymore. Let's go. Go? Where?
Yes, where?
Have we lost all faith? All courage? A moment ago we thought they had come for us. We were sure it was the end. But it wasn't the end. We're alive, safe. We thank thee, our Lord, our God, that in thy infinite mercy thou hast again seen fit to spare us. Come on, Anne, the song, the song.
Hanukkah, sweet celebration, and the feast we gather in complete jubilation. Happiest of seasons now is here, many other reasons for good cheer. Together we'll weather the heavens above the green. So here let's rejoice, sing and merrily, voicing our Hanukkah song that we sing. Here let's rejoice, sing and merrily, voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing.
Wake up, everyone. Meep is here.
And Mr. Kramer, delightful surprise.
We came to bring you New Year's greetings.
Oh, thank you. You should have. You should at least wonder it yourself. Don't say that. It's so wonderful to see that.
It's not a living boat. Hello, how are you doing?
Well, hello, me. Mr. Crowder.
With our hope for peace in the new year.
Have you seen Mushi? Have you seen him anywhere around?
I'm sorry, kid. I asked everyone in the neighborhood had they seen your cat, but they said no. Look at these guys.
Okay. Look at some plates. Thank you, Vivian. You should have done it. You must have used your sugar rations for weeks.
What's beautiful, isn't it?
It's been ages since I've even seen anything. Not since you brought us home last year. Remember? Don't you remember? You brought us home on New Year's Day. Just this time last year. You had the on it peace in 1943. Peace in 1944.
Well, it has to come sometime now. Whatever, Citizen.
How are you?
Now, how many of us are?
Come on for me.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, please, you must.
I couldn't.
Good. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 7 of us.
8. It's the same number as it always is.
I left Martha out. I take for granted she won't eat anything.
Why would she?
I think it would have harmed her. All right. I just didn't want her to start coughing again. That's all.
And please, Mrs. Frank should cut the cake.
That's not Frank's cake, isn't it? It's for all of us.
Mrs. Frank divides things better.
What do you mean? Stop wasting time. Don't I give everyone the same amount? Don't I? Forget it. No, I want an answer. Don't I?
Yes, everyone gets exactly the same. Except Mr. Von Don always gets a little bit more.
That's a lie. He always cuts the same. Please. You see what a little sugar cake does to us? It goes right to our heads. Here's the knife, Mrs. Frank. Thank you.
Are you sure you don't have any? No, really, I have to go in a minute.
Maybe Mushi went back to the house, you know. They say that cats. Did you ever get over there? Do you suppose you could?
I'll try to. The first minute I get, I'll try. But I'm afraid we already got to eat.
Oh, make up your mind. Already somebody's had a nice big fat dinner from that cat.
This is delicious meat. Smells delicious. Dirk's in love to get a golden bake like this.
I have to go with it. Maybe we can try this right. Yes. Oh, wonderful. Remember now, whatever you say, and what you have to eat, and everything. I'll give you my report then. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh, just a moment. There's something I'd like you to do for me. Tootsie, where are you going? What are you going to do?
What's wrong?
Father says he's going to sell her fur coat. She's crazy about that old fur coat.
Is it possible? Is it possible anyone is so silly as to wear over a fur coat in times like these?
Well, it's none of your darn business. And if you say one more thing, I'll take you and
No! That isn't yours. It was mine. You didn't give it to me. My father did. You hear? You can't just take it. Just a little discussion over the advisability of selling this coat. So I have often told Miss Von Dawn it is very selfish of her to keep it while others outside are in such desperate need of clothing. So, if you will, please sell it for us. It should fetch a good price. And by the way, can you get some cigarettes? I don't care what kind. Get all you can.
It's terribly difficult to get rid of your loss. Well, try. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dee. Are you sure you won't have any, Mr. Trailer?
I better not.
You still feeling ill? What's the doctor say?
I haven't been there.
But Mr. Kramer!
Oh, I tried, but you can't get to your doctor these days. They're so busy. After weeks, I finally managed to get one on the phone. I wanted to make an appointment. I wasn't feeling well. But you know what he tells me over the telephone? Stick out your tongue. There's some papers I'd like to go over with you.
Of course.
If we could go downstairs. Forgive me, I won't keep him but a minute.
What's happened?
Something's happened, hasn't it, Mr. Kramer?
No, really, I want your father's advice.
Something's gone wrong, I know it.
If it's something that concerns us here, it's best that we all hear it.
But the children,
What they'd imagine would be worse than any reality.
it's a man in the storeroom. I'm not sure if you remember him. Carl, about 50, heavy set, nearsighted. He came with us just before he left.
He's from Utrecht.
That's the man. A couple of days ago, I was in the storeroom and he came in and asked me, "What do you know of Mr. Frank? What do you hear from him?" I only told him I knew there was a rumor that you were in Switzerland, and he said he heard the same thing, but he thought I might know more. I didn't think much of this, but then something happened yesterday. He brought some invoices into my office for me to sign, and as I was signing them, I looked up and he was standing and staring at the bookcase. The bookcase that hides your door. He said, "Wasn't there a door that used to go up to the loft?" And then he asked for more money. $20 a week.
Blackmail.
20 guilders. Very modest blackmail.
That's just the start.
You know what I think? He was the thief who was down there that night. That's how he knows we're up here.
How was it left? What did you tell him?
I told him I have to think about it. What should I do? Pay him the money? Take a chance on firing him? I don't know what.
For God's sake, don't fire him. Pay him what he asks so you can keep your eye on him.
Is it so much that he's asking? What are they paying nowadays?
Well, he could get in the war plant, but this isn't the war plant. Mind you, I don't know if he knows or if he doesn't know.
I'll phone half. Then we'll soon find out if it's blackmail or not.
And what if it is? We've got to pay it, haven't we? Anything he asks, we've got to pay.
Let's decide that when the time comes.
Like I said, this could all be my imagination. You get to a point these days where everyone and everything, again and again on simple look or word, I found myself unable to, I don't know, I just can't, I don't trust many people anymore.
It's a telephone. What does that mean? The telephone mean you're on a holiday?
That's my wife. I have some paper. I told her I had some papers to go over, and to call me when she got out of church. I'll offer half and hope for the best. Goodbye, Mr. Frank.
Goodbye, Mr. Kramer.
You can thank your son for this, you know, knocking the chair over. I tell you, it's just a matter of time now.
You should be ashamed of yourself talking that way. Think of the thousands of lost. Think of the thousands who died in concentration camps every day. What's the good of that? What's the good of being misery when we're already miserable? That's stupid. Why not? My God, Peter and I. You told us what's happening to us. Don't look at us. And we think of all the glory in the world. We're not. We're not holding on to this whole thing.
May I come in? Mr. Deuce is impatient to get in here. You're not going in again tonight to see Peter, are you? You've already spent a great deal of time in there, Joe, today. Aren't you afraid of disturbing him? Then may I ask you this much? Please don't shut the door behind you when you go in. I don't mean to suggest anything wrong. I only wish they wouldn't expose yourself to criticism. That you wouldn't give Miss Von Down the opportunity to be unpleasant. We're all on edge. Worry about Mr. Keller. This is one more thing.
Will you please let me in my room?
Just a minute, dear Mr. Dussel.
Oh, thank you so much.
My God! Peter! Just a minute, Anne. I'd like a few words with my son. Do you mind? I don't know what good it is to have a son if he never talks to me. He wouldn't care if I killed myself. Do you mind? Now, Peter, I don't want you staying up all hours tonight. You're a growing boy. You've got to get your sleep. You hear? Won't you, Anne?
Yes. Here we go now.
Are you asking me? I didn't know I had a say in this. Listen for the chimes, Anne, dear. Back in my day, it was the boys who called on the girls. You know how kids like to have secrets. Peter's room was the only place where they could talk. Talk? That's not what we called it when I was younger.
Who's that?
Let's see, what is it?
You dirty thief! Stealing food! You good for nothing!
Mr. Do so. For God's sake, help me, Peter.
Let go! Let go of it!
You greedy, disgusting, selfish.
What is it? The bread! He was stealing the bread!
It was you! And all this time we thought it was the rats!
We're all I see that you're
Getting thinner and thinner. Your own son Peter. I've heard him moan in his sleep. He's so hungry. And you come in the night and you steal the food that should go to them, to the children. He's used to more food. He needs more food than the rest of us. He's a big man. And you're worse than he is. You sacrificed your child to this man. This. Don't think I haven't seen you. Always saving the choicest bits for him. I've held my tongue. But not after this. Not any longer. Now I want you to go. I want you to get out of here.
Get out?
What do you mean? Just that. Take your things and get out.
You don't mean what you're saying.
I mean exactly that.
For 2 long years, we have lived side by side. We have managed to live in peace. We have accepted each other's rights. Are we going to throw that all away now? I know this will never happen again. Will you see that guy? No.
He steals once, he'll steal again.
Peter, please. Let us be home. We'll open to a room and after we sit down quietly and talk this out.
No more talk. I want you to leave. You'd put us out on the streets? There are other hiding places. A cellar, a closet. I know, but how can we even afford all of that? I'll give you money out of my own pocket. I'll give you it gladly. Mr. Frank, you told Pussy that you'd never forget what he did when you first came to Amsterdam, that you could never repay him, that you could never.
If my husband had any obligation to you, he paid it over and over.
Edith, I've never seen you like this before. I don't know you.
I should have spoken out long ago.
You can't be nice to some people.
Well, if it wasn't for you, there would have been enough food for all of us.
You don't need enough. Mother, you're not putting Peter out, are you? Peter hasn't done anything.
He'll stay, of course. When I mean the children, I mean Peter too.
Go if Father goes.
He's no father to you, that man. He doesn't know what it is to be a father.
Please stay. I think you're right.
Very well, then I'm sorry.
Peter, no. I don't care about the things. They can have mine. Just don't send them out. It'll be days soon. They'll be caught. Please, Mother.
They'll stay here until meat finds them a hiding place. But from now on, you must never come down here where the food is stored. We'll divide what we have, an equal share for each. You can cook it down here and take it up to him.
So far that we're going to fight over a handful of rotten potatoes.
Give it to her. She'll find you a place.
Will you stop that? That's enough.
You could be all the big ones for yourself. Look at it says this one and this one.
Uncle and myself.
No.
Did you hear that, everyone? Did you hear what I said? The invasion has begun. The invasion!
Where?
It began early this morning in Normandy.
How do you know?
The radio, the BBC.
The British?
British, French, Dutch, Poles, Norwegians, all of them. More than 4,000 ships. General Eisenhower and Churchill spoke. Yeah, they call it.
Thank God it's come.
At last!
I have to tell Mr. Taylor this will be better than any blood. Normandy, that's all I know. I think that's the kind of more. What did I tell you?
Pootie? What is it? What happened? Please, leave me alone.
It doesn't matter now. Can you hear what he said? The invasion has come. We're going to be liberated. This is the time to celebrate.
Steal bread from children. Look at me. The way I've treated them. I'm so mean to work for her. No, Aaron, no.
bad as me. One's as bad as me.
Stop it now. Let's be happy.
Edith? The way I spoke to you guys, our guests, our friends. No, you were right.
Stop it. You're spoiling the whole invasion. You hear?
Yes, I
But this is the third time, Mr. Frank. The third time in quick succession. I tell you it's a signal. Maeve's trying to warn us of something, but for some reason she can't get to us.
Please. You're wasting your breath.
Something has happened, Mr. Frank. For 3 days now, Maeve hasn't been to see us, and there hasn't been a man at work. There hasn't been a sound in the building.
Perhaps it's Sunday. We may have lost track of the days. You were the diary over there. What day?
I don't lose track of the days. I know exactly what day it is. Friday, 4th of August. Friday, and not a man at work. I tell you, Kramer's died. He's died, they've shut down the building, and Maeve's trying to tell us.
You never telephoned us.
Mr. Frank, do you hear that? I beg you, answer it, please.
No. You don't even have to talk. Just pick it up and listen.
For God's sake, I ask you.
No, I've told you no. I'll do nothing that might let anyone know what you're doing. There's no need for you to tell us what side you're on.
If we wait patiently, quietly, I believe that help will come.
I'm going down. Too late.
You just wait here until we die? I can't stand it! I'll kill myself! Will you stop it? I think you'd be glad if I did. I think you want me to die. Whose fault is it that we're here? We could have been safe somewhere in America or Switzerland. But no, you wouldn't leave. You couldn't leave your precious planet. Don't touch me!
no more.
I had gone to the other side of the country to find new food, but when I came back, the block was surrounded.
We made it our business to find out how they knew. It was the thief who told them.
It seems strange to say that anyone could be happy in a concentration camp. But Anne was happy in the camp in Holland when they first took us. After 2 years of being shut up in these rooms, she could be out in the sunshine and the fresh air that she loved. Oh, no, no. Yes. The news of the world.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Could we please have Evan, if Stephanie's here, Maria, Becky, Cora, Jenny, Doug, and Miss Kay come up here, please? Jaden, are you out here? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Evan, thank you for being one of my favorite directors besides Rassi, but even though I haven't really fully known you since last year, it's been really fun to have you direct our shows, and you have really taught me a lot of how to act. Maria, even though this is your first show, you did so amazing, and your piano was beautiful to play. Thank you so much. Do you want to do Miss Kay's?
Miss Carter, thank you for everything. You do well with the medical, physical, and everything. Thank you.
Becky, get your booty over here, please. Becky, you have been literally the person who has made us all survive Hell Week every year. Sorry. I just want to thank you for it.
Cora.
Doug, Jenny, I didn't know you guys were helping out during the show, so I wasn't able to get you one. But we wrote you letters, and I'm sorry if I spelled your name wrong. Thank you so much for helping. Thank you all for coming tonight. I hope you enjoyed it.